This is Spider to snag. Not wide banana, the one he likes, but that's Spider to snag, and he knows what I'm talking about, but using Anquan Bolden as the fullback. Come on! Football!
All right, Jay, we got Jeremiah Sirles here, 6 years in the NFL trenches. Alex Boone usually with us here on these film breakdowns, and we've done a lot of these, just absolutely lauding the Philadelphia Eagles over the past few years. I feel like if you were to distribute, the main topics for the film breakdowns we've done, I would say Eagles offense, Lions offense are probably the two that we've
San Fran offense.
San Fran for
yes.
sure. Yeah. But today is going to be a little bit of a different Eagles film breakdown. And I think a lot of Eagles fans are wondering, how do you go from being one of the great rushing offenses of all time last year to being 29th or 30th in yards per attempt, in rush yards per game? Saquon Barkley is going from 2,000 yards to he has like 265 yards or something in the first month and a half. So let's do a little, basically what's going on with the Eagles run game film breakdown here, and you can tell us what you are seeing.
Yeah, the more I dived into this, it's not catastrophic. It's not burn the boats, we have to start all over. It's one guy here or there, and then it's the lack of threat with the downfield passing game that allows them to feel okay with, and by them I mean defending, okay with dropping a safety down to the box. Right. And then it's one guy winning up front. It's one guy going the wrong way. It's just a combination of they're not all on the same page. And so if you're trying to run the football, it takes everybody.
By the way, click that subscribe button and the like button, Eagles fans, NFL fans, if you enjoy these film breakdowns or if you enjoy our 3-day-a-week podcast on the OLine committee during the season. Here we go.
Single high. Right? Single high. Here's the strong safety right here. Walk down into the box. And what am I going to do with the strong safety? I see motion. Send him. Right? Send him. Get him up there and then send him back there. Now you're going to have to create negative runs. Because, I mean, we'll look at it from the back end. I mean, it's a lot easier to look at from the back end. There's good push in the middle here. There's good push in the middle. There's generating dent in the defense. Landon Dickerson, Tyler Steen, all these dudes are doing their jobs up front. But you're asking number 18 right here to have to come back, and the idea is that this strong safety is not standing on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But you send him because you're not afraid of the downfield threat, and now this is just trash in Saquon's way. Because look at the line of scrimmage. I mean, look at the line of scrimmage, Max. It's moved.
They moved it.
The line of scrimmage is moved. You've got double teams there. They're slanting. They're trying to move ways. Lane Johnson gets this dude up the field. But this slight hesitation here where Saquon Barkley can't just push the line of scrimmage and wait to make his one cut is just enough trash for him to have to bubble there, and then it's too hard to sustain blocks for that long.
Yeah.
Right? The difference between a great running game and a good running game is half a second. Right? Because if Saquon Barkley can be standing right here instead of back here because he didn't have this trash in front of him, now there's the touchdown, because now this linebacker had to make the move of, hey, I'm getting double teamed into my lap, so I have to peek here. If Saquon Barkley can be half a step further up the field like he was last year, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown for 26. But because we send the strong safety blitz, it allows them to disrupt the timing just enough that Saquon has to stop his feet before he can even get going. And now it just allows for one guy to come off that block late, and now it's a 4-yard gain instead of a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I'd be curious as we go through this and just your thoughts of, is it more personnel related, like a mistake here or there, an unblocked guy, or is there something schematic that they can or should do? Because there's I feel like a lot of people are pointing at like the Eagles coaching staff and the offensive coordinator in terms of like who to blame the most for the running game.
I mean, you're trying to do, again, single high here. You've got everyone loaded up in the box, and everyone does a great job on this play except for one person, Cam Jurgens.
Yeah.
Right. Cam Jurgens is the one that he doesn't get the block here. Right. We just saw him get pushed back, the center for Philadelphia. So we go line up here. They're running outside zone. So the whole idea is that Saquon wants to push this to the outside leg of the guard and then make the decision to go out the front door, or if everything's washed down, then he can make the decision to then cut it back. But what blows this play up is number 93 here lined up in this 2-eye position, 64, who I believe is not Landon Dickerson, who came out of this game. He needs to secure this before he climbs. He throws Cam Jurgens an absolute fastball here. doesn't get anything, throws his hat outside, doesn't get anything. Cam's trying to reach this, so he has no chance. And so now he's going to be in bad position to get 49, and he didn't help his center. So this is a minus on this play. So now Cam Jurgens is trying to fight uphill. This allows them to go, and Saquon can't push it out the front side, and then here comes the cavalry. Yeah. Right? Here comes the cavalry on this backside. Versus if you look at this, if Cam can get this washed, right? So ideal world, he stretches. Everyone stretches this thing this way. It allows Saquon to push and then cut back before the cavalry gets there. Right? But because you get into Saquon's feet, you don't let him get fully started, it allows that just a little bit of time for everyone else to get there. So that there isn't a scheme. That's more on the fact that, hey, a guy got beat. That's going to happen, right? Okay, Cam Jurgens gets beat. What do we do now? Here comes the strong safety pressure again. It's not. They're just not afraid of their down the field threat. And look at this.
Are these specifically run blitzes?
100%. The strong safety blitz, like this is the free safety blitz, right? So this is the strong safety over here. Now you walk the free safety down over here because the strong safety goes to the passing strength. The free safety lines up away from the strength. So that's the free safety lined up over here. And so a free safety and strong safety blitz are run blocking blitzes, right? So now you're sending it there, and they're running power, so he has a completely unblocked gap to run through here, and then he makes the play.
Here's a dumb question. Are you only triggering that run blitz if you know that it's a run?
For sure.
Like this could. Well, how do they know it's a run?
Probably first down. I mean, you're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. You're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. You're going to assume first and second down is a run. Like that's just a pretty safe assumption. So they're running OT here. OT is when you pull the backside tackle as the lead blocker. So as they pull the backside tackle, which is a staple in this offense, Lane Johnson and Jordan, they do this all the time. So here comes the safety, right? Dallas Goedert makes the mistake. He has to take the inside threat. This is the guy that Dallas Goedert must block, and then you cut Nick Benito here. You cut the largest guy free. Well, there's, again, one guy making a mistake because on the front side, it's pretty well blocked. Front side blocked, you've got it really well blocked. It's hat for a hat, right? You've got everyone on the front side. Lane is blocked. You've got Tyler Steen is blocked. Cam Jurgens climbing to 40. 99's cut off. But because Dallas Goedert, run blitz, doesn't do his job, number 9 comes through, tackle for loss. Right? And it's just one of those things where it's a great run blitz called, but when you're only running the football on first and second down, I mean, I can count on screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-man box. Well, you only have 6 blockers. Right? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers in this screen. Someone's going to be free. You got to make sure you take the most dangerous man, and there you go, tackle for loss.
Yeah.
So it's not, the scheme isn't poor, in my opinion. It's just they aren't executing all the way across the board. This is a good run. Guess what? Tight end doesn't get the bookend. The edge gets set here. Like, this is a good run, in my opinion. This is good. The offensive line is everyone's on where they need to be going. Right? We're all pushing front side here. This is just simple outside zone out of the pistol formation. You run split zones, so you try and bring this dude back across the ball with you to make everyone work, right? You see that guy going with you, see that guy going with. When you see split zone, linebackers are meant to rock, right? So they're running outside zone here. Everyone's blocked, right? You've got double team, cut off, but one guy gets leaky. It's the tight end. There's the block. Now the edge has been set. He has to come back inside, and now the tight end just comes off and makes the tackle. Right? Everyone else is blocked, hat for hat. There's lanes there, but the tight end gets beat. And now what last year sometimes was a 60-yard touchdown is a 2-yard gain. So you line up, you go 2 tight end personnel here, right? Cam Jurgens getting beat again.
Oh man.
It's the same. It's not all like, oh my gosh, what the hell is happening? It's guys getting beat. But this is, I mean, to block a tilt nose at the center position and you're saying, hey, Cam, just reach this guy.
So he's got to get to that dude's left shoulder immediately.
As he's tilted. It's not easy because, again, what is going on here at the right guard position? You need to help your center. They're in a double, right? A double is a combination between the tackle and the guard. So these two guys are working up to him, which leaves the solo block. And this is why this 4-eye technique that you're seeing right here, you hear Booney and I call it the bug. Like this technique, this 4-eye right here is so hard to put in the 4-eye with the nose because where do you send the guard to help? Because if the guard has to get out here to 49, it's not really a great idea to say, hey, we're going to ricochet this and you're going to step in to move out.
Okay.
You have to call him on this double team to get the play started at the point of attack. Well, then you're just putting a lot of emphasis on center. You got to get this guy reached. This dude just goes straight upfield charge.
The rest
runs
of
right
it
into
is
Saquon.
fairly cleanly.
The rest of
blocked,
it's cleaned
right?
again, right? Yeah, I mean, if think about it. Think about right here. If Cam gets this reach and just flattens him out, you've now got this dude's reached. Lane Johnson's going to climb up there, and this is again what we watched over and over and over again. But the nose guard 93 does a great job because I mean, if Saquon gets out of that hole, we've seen that movie before. He's blocked. He's blocked. He's blocked. They're all blocked, and Saquon's going to be able to go 4-4 and go to the end zone. Yeah. But nose guard makes the play. So again, you're not seeing the explosive runs out of this. So now we're playing Tampa, right? We go back, we run our GT counter, and there is Lane Johnson getting creased, right? So what you're seeing is so much more of an attacking style defense against these dudes that they're not afraid of the play action because it's been non-existent. They're not afraid of the downfield threats. You're just watching these linebackers. As soon as they read run, straight downhill. I mean, look at number 8 here. Right here. Watch him. The second he sees Puller, he's not worried about Jalen Hurts pulling this out and throwing it to 81 up the seam. He is just like, nope, see you later. And he's right there.
It feels like until the Eagles hit on a few more of those play actions just to push the defense back, that you're going to keep playing it this way if you're a defense, right? They
look at
3,000 yards last year.
23 is like, I'm going to be right here waiting for you, bud. I'm not worried. If Dallas Goedert, that's not Dallas, who's that, Calcaterra, 81, right? If he just goes, like this dude's not even paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just dead looking there. He's just coming right there. I mean, tell me if this dude didn't run just right behind him and Jalen Hurts pulls this. It's a touchdown. Yeah. But because of who the Eagles are, you have to play them like this. Lane Johnson does a nice job. Look how tight that linebacker comes off that down block right there. Yeah. I mean, he scrapes paint. That's a really hard job for any tackle, let alone Lane Johnson, who's one of the best. Comes underneath, boom, tackle 2 yards.
Yeah.
There's no threat of the play action pass game. With no threat of the play action pass game, it's just going to continue to be these death by 1,000 cuts because you can't run it. And then you run an empty protection. So that's the thing. Like, you're not running out of this. You have no threat of running the football. So either you have your running back in the backfield and the defense is going, okay, it's run the ball, or we're going to line up an empty. All right, well, if we line up an empty, it's either QB run or we'll just play coverage behind it. Yeah. So they just play coverage behind it, right? And then four-man rush, dump it down, open field tackle, boom. So the predictability, I mean, you talked about Dan Orlovsky. If you don't have a running back in the backfield, it's not rocket science. You're not running the football. You don't have a tight end attached. Yeah, this is probably obvious passing situation. Vita Vea wins again, right? Vita Vea being Vita Vea, going one-on-one, pushing, collapsing the pocket. No one's open. Dump it to your outlet. Wait for the cavalry. Yeah. Right? Saquon Barkley, that's a really good open field tackle by Winfield, by the way.
Yeah. So basically, by the way, awesome stuff. Great work. Jeremiah Sirles, everyone. Nice job. In summary, more fixable than it seems right now in the darkness if you're an Eagles fan.
It's not totally unfixable, but you need to start hitting on play action passes. That's the only way you're going to stop these run blitzes. It's the only way you're going to stop these linebackers from just being extremely downhill. Everyone right now is just stop the run. Stop the run, stop the run, stop the run. You have to give the defense something else to respect. And right now, no one respects A.J. Brown. No one respects Devontae Smith. No one respects Dallas Goedert. No one respects the downfield passing game because they have not put it on tape in 5 freaking weeks.
Yeah.
You start putting that back on tape, things will start opening up and have some more breathing room. So it's almost ass backwards what we usually talk about, where it's like, you got to run the football. You got to come out and start hitting on some play action passes on first and second down at the beginning part of this game.
One last thought, and again, Eagles fans, click that subscribe button if you enjoyed this film breakdown. Click the like button on this video. Yeah, they are fortunate that they won their first 4 games, getting out yardaged. They're one of the worst net yards per play teams in the NFL. They've just been outgained. It's the first Super Bowl champion to be outgained in their first 5 games since like the '87 Giants. Mm-hmm. So like they probably should, based on sort of the profile, be a 2 or 3 win team But they're 4-1. You don't have to give those wins back, and it bought you time to figure some of this stuff out.
For sure.
If you were like 2-3 because you lost a couple of those close games, and you're trying to figure this out, yeah. And Jaden Daniels is back, and why? But you got some cushion if you're the Eagles. So.
Yeah, and I mean they're talented enough to figure it out too. Yeah, they're talented enough, and I don't anticipate Cam Jurgens continuing. He's coming off back surgery, right? So he's coming back from an injury. Teams are scheming them up. I don't anticipate them to be able to. They're going to figure it out. They're a smart organization. There's a reason they won the Super Bowl. They're going to get things figured out on the back end.
Yeah. All right, dudes. That's Jeremiah Sirles. For our guy, Alex Boone, I'm Phil Mackey. This is the OLine Committee.